Advisory Council approved 7,90,000 crore taka budget for 2025-2026 fiscal. Black money legalization through investment in flats and plots scrapped. Government is pledged bound to form independent and skilled judiciary system, Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus says in a seminar. On the proposal of none can be Prime Minister for more than 10 years, all political parties agree except 3, says NCC co-chairman Dr. Ali Riaz. National Citizen Party (NCP) submits application for registration as a new political party. It desires water lily, pen or mobile phone as symbol. BNP files a case against 19 personnel, including CEC, EC and secretaries of 3 general elections. Former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is also accused. 5 deaths by corona today, whereas 36 infected. Specialists urged to be aware rather than panicked. First flight with stranded Bangladeshi in Iran will arrive in Dhaka next week. Interested persons to arrive are requested to register hotline. US attacks 3 nuclear sites in Iran. United Nations, Russia and China express concern. And England all out on 465 runs against India's 471 in the first innings in Leeds Test. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Musrat Nazib welcoming you to News at 10. You have just heard the headlines. Now we move on to the news in details. Finance advisor Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed said the proposal to provide scope to whiten undisclosed or black money has been cancelled. He made the disclosure at a press conference at the Secretariat this afternoon. The proposal in the budget to give scope to launder black money by purchasing additional apartments or flats and constructing buildings has been completely cancelled, mentioned the advisor. The interim government has finalized the draft budget of the 2025-26 fiscal, considering inflation control, increasing revenue, disastrous financial sector reform and global perspective amidst the changed circumstances after the July-August student people uprising. As a result, the new budget will come into effect from July 1st without any major changes. On Sunday, the final draft of the budget was approved at a meeting of the Advisory Council with Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus in the chair. After the approval of the budget in the meeting, Finance Advisor Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed informed the newsmen that the budget has been passed by reducing unnecessary expenditure. He said that opinion of the people were sought through Finance Ministry's website till June 19th for the budget of the 2025-26 fiscal to build a discrimination-free sustainable economic system. Later, after some addition and subtraction, the draft budget was finalized, the advisor pointed out. Besides, to cover the budget deficit, a total of $2.6 billion will be available from various financial institutions, including the World Bank, as budget support, and $5.1 billion will be available as project assistance. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus has stated that the interim government is committed to building an independent and efficient judiciary. He said this while speaking at a national seminar titled Independence and Efficiency of the Judiciary, held at the Intercontinental Hotel in the capital today. Professor Yunus said that if a separate secretariat is established for the judiciary, it will be free from interference and will ensure independence and accountability. The chief advisor urged not to miss the opportunity for state reform in any way.
3 magic words: judiciary, independence, and efficiency. These 3 words define the foundation of the society. And July uprising gave us the opportunity to build that civilization. And this is where we are. defining each step of that foundation. And today is a historic moment for all of us because we are about to celebrate the anniversary of the uprising. And it's our job to make their dream come true, the dream of creating new Bangladesh. So today, on this historic moment, let's pledge that we'll make it true, make it come. Because this opportunity will never come again. We must not let this slip away from us. A separate secretariat would grant the judiciary the structural autonomy to adjudicate without external pressure. It is also commendable that as part of the reforms, the Supreme Judicial Council has been made fully operational, ensuring judicial accountability and independence. If fully implemented, these reforms will mark a new dawn for Bangladesh, fulfilling the aspirations for which so many have sacrificed. Ensuring an independent and efficient judiciary will significantly advance these pursuits. The judiciary's leadership in driving this reform is truly inspiring. We are deeply committed in achieving an efficient and independent judiciary, and we look forward to its effective realization. We must bear in mind that our actions during this significant period will echo through time, and we'll make it happen.
The seminar organized by the Supreme Court was chaired by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed. Special guests at the seminar included law advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul, Justice Muhammad Ashfaqul Islam of the Appellate Division, and Attorney General Muhammad Asaduzzaman. The welcome speech at the seminar was delivered by UNDP's resident representative Stephen Lilla. Vice Chairman of the Bar Council, Advocate Zainal Abidin, and President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, Barrister A.M. Mahabub Uddin Khokon, spoke among others on the occasion. The speakers demanded the establishment of a separate secretariat for the judiciary. Earlier, a documentary was presented on the roadmap announced by the Chief Justice for the reform of the judiciary.
United with one belief. Let justice not be the privilege of the few, but a commitment to all men and women of Bangladesh.
After a two-day weekend break, the fifth day of the second phase of the discussions between the National Consensus Commission and political parties is currently underway. This important meeting is being held at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital. National Consensus Commission Vice Chairman Professor Ali Riaz is presiding over the talks. Representatives from 30 political parties, including the BNP, Jamaati Islami, NCP, Islami Andolon Nagorik Oikko, CPB, Revolutionary Workers' Party, and Jonoshanghoti Andolon, are participating in the discussion. In his welcome speech, Professor Ali Riaz said they have many shortcomings and deviations, but if everyone remains sincere and respectful, reaching a consensus is possible. He urged the political parties to cooperate in implementing the July Charter within a short period. The unresolved issues from the past 4 days of the discussions were addressed in today's meetings. Primarily, there was consensus among the political parties regarding the tenure of the Prime Minister, but discussions are ongoing on how many terms or how long a Prime Minister can serve. National Consensus Commission NCC Vice Chairman Professor Ali Riaz informed that all except 3 political parties has agreed to the proposal that a person cannot remain in power as Prime Minister for more than 10 years during his or her lifetime. He stated this at a briefing after second phase of the 5th day's meeting with the political parties at Foreign Service Academy in the capital today. Although most of the parties agree on the proposal for the tenure of the Prime Minister's position and the principles of the Constitution, a consensus could not be reached, Professor Ali Riaz added. He also informed that the meeting will remain pending for the next 2 days. The NCC vice chairman also stated that during this time, there is a possibility for the political parties to discuss the unresolved issues of disagreement in the party forum and reach a conclusion. At this time, leaders of various political parties, including BNP, Jamaat, NCP, AB Party and Gano Odhikar Porishod, talked to the media. National Citizen Party (NCP) has applied to the Election Commission to get registration as a new political party. After applying, the party sought any of the election symbol among water lily, pen or mobile phone. NCP member secretary Akhtar Hussain and principal coordinator Nasiruddin Patwari said this at a news briefing at Agargaon Election Bhavan in the capital this afternoon after applying for registration. Akhtar Hussain said that the NCP filed application after fulfilling conditions of party registration as per RPO. The water lily has been sought as party symbol. Seeking reorganization of the EC, the NCP leaders said that there is no alternative reform EC. The leaders have expressed optimism that it would happen in response to the demands of the people. NCP Principal Organizer of Northern Region Sarjis Alam and Senior Joint Convener Samantha Sharmin were present at this time. BNP has filed a case with Shere Bangla Nagar police station in the capital against fascist Sheikh Hasina and 18 others, including 3 former chief election commissioners, for allegedly holding a farcical, one-sided and controversial election in violation of the constitution. Salahuddin Khan, a member of the BNP's executive committee and coordinator for preserving records related to cases, enforced disappearances and killings, filed the case today. Shere Bangla Nagar police station officer in charge Imaul Haq told journalists that the case names ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the former chief election commissioners of the 10th, 11th and 12th national elections, as well as other commissioners and secretaries along with many unnamed accused. Earlier, BNP filed a complaint with the Election Commission seeking legal action against the former chief election commissioners of the past 3 commissions, Raqib, Huda and Awal. A BNP delegation led by Salahuddin Khan submitted the complaint to the CEC signed by BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Later, during a briefing with journalists, Salahuddin Khan said that despite repeated allegations regarding the 3 controversial elections, the then CECs and concerned officials took no action. Therefore, BNP has submitted a complaint to the Election Commission requesting legal steps on the matter. Police has arrested former Chief Election Commissioner CEC KM Nurul Huda tonight from his residence in the capital's Uttara area hours after a case was lodged by BNP. Police arrested Nurul Huda from his residence at Sector 5 of Uttara around 7 p.m. today following a mob created by some people, Deputy Commissioner of Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP Mohammad Talibur Tahman told the newsman. Following his arrest, Nurul Huda was first taken to Uttara Pushchim police station, he said. The 11th parliamentary election was held on December 30th in 2018 when Nurul Huda was the chief election commissioner. International Crimes Tribunal has set the next hearing on 29th of June after charges were framed against former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman and 7 others in connection with the murder of 6 people in the capital's Chankarpur area. The tribunal has also decided to appoint lawyers for the 4 absconding accused. 4 former police officers, Arshad, Shujon, Imon and Nasirul, were produced before the tribunal today in connection to the Chankarpur killings. Earlier, on the 3rd of June, the tribunal ordered a public notice to be published in newspapers to summon the 4 absconding accused in this case. The notice was subsequently published. The 4 absconding accused are former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman, former Joint Commissioner Shudip Kumar Chakraborty, former Additional Deputy Commissioner of Ramna Zone Shah Alam Muhammad Akhtarul Islam, and former Assistant Commissioner of Ramna Zone Muhammad Imrul. Army Chief General Waqaruzzaman has said Bangladesh Navy has become a modern, technology-based and 3-dimensional force to meet the challenges of the 21st century. General Waqaruzzaman made the remarks while addressing as the chief guest in the Bangladesh Navy's summer presidential parade held at the Chattogram Naval Academy this morning. The Army chief emphasized that young officers should always be prepared to protect the country's sovereignty by embodying honesty, discipline and self-sacrifice. General Waqaruzzaman reminded the new recruit cadets of their sacred duties to the country and to the nation, urging them to discharge the responsibilities with utmost sincerity. At the beginning of the parade, the Army chief inspected the parade in a jeep, followed by 8 platoons of new officers saluting him. After the long extensive training, the Army chief presented awards to those who excelled the training. A total of 52 new naval officers were commissioned at the ceremony, including 44 midshipmen and 8 direct entry officers. Among the commissioned officers, 8 are women and 4 are foreign naval officers. Senior officers from the Army, Navy and Air Force, as well as senior government officials, local dignitaries and guardians of the new officers were present at the ceremony. The Health Department has confirmed 5 deaths and 36 new COVID-19 infections in the country over a 24-hour period from 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 a.m. Sunday. 5 more COVID-19 related deaths were recorded in the past 24 hours, taking the total number of deaths from the viral disease to 16 since January, according to a statement of the Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS. A total of 621 samples were tested during this time, yielding a positivity rate of 5.8%, the statement added. A cumulative death toll since the pandemic began in 2020 stands at 29,515. The first case of coronavirus was detected in the country on March 8, 2020. 10 days later, on March 18 of the same year, the first person died from the virus in the country. Bangladesh today expressed deep concern over the recent attacks targeting nuclear facilities in the Islamic Republic of Iran, according to a statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said today. The statement said such developments risk further destabilizing an already fragile region situation and heighten the threat to international peace and security. Bangladesh called upon the United Nations and the international community to engage proactively in an effort to de-escalate the situation and promote peace and stability in the Middle East. The statement said Bangladesh reiterates its long-standing position in favor of peaceful resolution of conflicts through dialogue and diplomacy, read the statement. Dhaka urged all parties to exercise maximum restraint and refrain from any actions that could escalate tensions in the region. Bangladesh firmly believes that constructive engagement, mutual respect and adherence to international norms remain the only sustainable path to enduring peace, the statement added. Now, international news.